Alright, the stream should be up, guys. Everything should be fine. Welcome back to DPL. We have game 2 between LGD and IG on the way, and well, IG, they just put why? Oh, God damn it! The stream is messing up again.
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, IG putting on a pretty nice clinic over LGD, and well, Baboka had a pretty good showing on his Monkey King. Is going to get it again. LGD deciding that XSS's Legion Commander is perhaps a more potent threat, and I'm not going to say that it's not a threat, but Baboka's Monkey King, definitely something you want to disrespect either, so they're going to be happy with that. I'm Mike Lars, going to be your caster for today. I'm trying to troubleshoot on the side because my stream is not going up, even though it says it's live. Why are you not actually live? LGD, they are still just fighting for ranks right now, so IG don't care about results. They're just, you know, playing their game, and it's going to be Lina and Coddle for them. Lina was first banned out in the previous game, I believe. Oh my god, what is going on? Why is this happening?
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry guys, I have to fix everything by myself, and it's not loading. Stream delay is at 0. Who put the stream delay at 0? Well, no picks yet, so that's good. God damn it. Every single freaking time, man. Every time. Every single other game was fine. And of course this game, everything decides to stop working. It should be fine soon. But of course nothing is loading on my end, so we will just have to keep on going, and hopefully it's going to be resolving itself, because oh, I see it. It works. We're good. Alright, so we're back in. Quick look at the bans. Naga Siren being banned out, definitely something that LGD are more willing to run than some other teams. I think I've only seen a handful of teams run Naga Siren, and LGD is one of them. I don't think I've seen IG run it yet. It doesn't really seem like Burning's style, at least not like his super comfortable style. But Crystal Maiden and the Monkey King is, well, Q and Baboka's bread and butter for the supports. IG gonna give XSS an Earthshaker. Pretty interesting one there. Is a hero that does get a lot stronger with that Crystal Maiden aura.
5 seconds remaining.
Now, lane management always kind of a tough thing for an Earthshaker, but with fissures to spam, you can get a lot done. LGD in the meantime, go for a Clockwork. Great hero up against Shaker. And is actually a pretty good hero with against Monkey King as well. Bouncing in through the trees, a hook shot will find you, a rocket flare will find you. LGD have a lot of high range abilities. Keeper of the Light, obviously, with that recall, Clockwork with the global himself.
10 seconds remaining.
And hopefully everything is okay. But outside of the Clockwork, Lina already picked up with that Clockwork. It's usually not the strongest combination with Clock. You want to be looking towards like an Invoker if you can. Lina's not really here that can quickly catch up to a Clockwork's hookshot either. Lifestealer is banned out already. That's like the core you with Clockwork. So LGD probably looking to play this game as aggressively as possible. From a safe laner's perspective, it's really the only way they're gonna get that additional pushing power with the offlane selection already there. I mean, you can get some push power from supports if you get like a Jakiro or Shadow Shaman, but they're gonna run back PA. Still has some pretty good matchups up against the Shaker and the Crystal Maiden. But as far as killing towers are concerned, LGD don't really do it all that well. And the Spectre for burning, something that he's pretty comfortable with as well. It's going to take quite a long time to get ready, but when you do haunt, as the Spectre, onto the Light, onto Alina, a lot of problems for those heroes. Not much counterplay up against those illusions. IG just looking for OP's hero over in mid. Matchup versus the Lina. Just want to get a little bit of control. Make sure that the Spectre gets his space. As far as that is concerned, LGD, they don't have the most in the way of hard control. Seems like Puck is an alright hero for IG. Maybe a little bit light in the damage department. If they want to get something a little bit more heavy hitting, then Puck is definitely not the option for them. That's a good matchup versus Lina. Can go for a TA. Seen OP run that one plenty of times before. Ember, of course, he just ran it in the last game. I don't mind TA with the Monkey King. It's a decent combo there. But LGD, last pick a Treant. You don't get to see that all that often because he's usually first picked, if picked at all. Living Armor for PA, for Lina, for Clockwork, that's some pretty big game. When you're talking about smashing a Crystal Maiden with your Tree Fist, it doesn't get much easier than that. LGD, I'm still concerned for them that they don't have quite enough tower killing power. Again, it's not really going to come from that 4 position role. It very rarely does unless you like Chen or something like that. But this Spectre, I'm not really sure if she's going to be under enough pressure. It does seem like LGD will have a lot of kill power, but very situationally. Like, as long as Spectre has like CM, a Monkey King, or an Earthshaker nearby, it should be pretty tough to kill off that spec. And burning is known to get farm out of nowhere, so that's of course a problem as well. And OP is going to grab his trademark, the Tinker. You know what's pretty good up against Phantom Assassin? Laser Blind. It's usually pretty good. So yeah, Tinker, the pick. IG looking to play this game on a little more of a global scale. CM Aura is going to be pretty damn good here. And again, this is like IG kind of building around the CM. Tinker with extra mana is insane. Shaker with extra mana, same thing. Monkey King and Spectre a little bit less so, but yeah, this Tinker is going to be nice in the early stages. Nice to hold down the fort for the Spectre. But at a certain point, it's also a Tinker going up against Clockwork. Not really a matchup you want to be playing in as a Tinker. Like, you will be hit with a flare, you'll be spotted, you'll be hookshot, and it's kind of unavoidable. But hey, if you do get jumped on by a Clockwork, at least you have Spectre to help you. If the Spectre's farmed enough, that is. So LGD, they have to be the ones on the pressure train. I was gonna say, nice. Only Q loading in on this this splash screen. And we're in. Alright, well, IGR game up. Again, they do not care about these results as far as their standings DPL are concerned. LGD definitely do need these wins. And we'll see if they're able to pressure the Spectre enough. We'll see if the Clockwork's able to get a lot out of his lane. Spare CM, it's not really a devastating combo. Monkey King for Boca is definitely a real hero, but killing off a Clockwork as a Monkey King is not incredibly easy. Just a bulky hero, you gotta deal with the cogs. There's a lot of melee pressure on this Clockwork, and that's not really what you want. Half of IG is melee. XSS should have a much harder time getting pressured and whatnot. And PA is able to apply a lot easier pressure than a Spectre. Chucking the daggers 24/7. Even just right clicks from the Coddle on the Earthshaker, and the Shaker doesn't really have anything to counterplay that. It's gonna sell everything for a Quelling Blade. I don't want those Tangos. I want this Quelling Blade for jungling. Now, I'm always impressed when I see XSS's Earthshaker. I personally underestimate Shaker very frequently, especially from that off lane. Just seems like his laning phase is not quite as much of a given, nor is jungling as like a Centaur or Magnus, who can lane pretty well, and if necessary can jungle very well. Earthshaker is a little bit more of a tricky hero. Usually are a little bit of a lighter role. Less gold, and if you get any kills, it's going to be because the enemy makes a big mistake. At any rate, it is going to be burning, playing the Spectre on the bottom lane. We'll see how much pressure LGD are able to apply there. Q is on his classic Crystal Maiden. We got Baboka once again on the MK. OP is on his Tinker, plays this one a hell of a lot, and XSS is on the Shaker. Over on the other end, Yao is on the Tree and Protector. We got JY, or M99, on the Keeper of the Light. Got AM once again on the Phantom Assassin, Old 11. Clockwork top lane, and maybe is on the Lina. Clockwork rotation up towards top lane is actually a really smart move by LGD. You know that the Monkey King is dying. Okay, he's going to get beaten down by Yao. I don't know if he can jump in time. Orb of Venom canceling. He's going to juke down to the south. One more second left, and he's going to bounce out of there free and clear. Gets out, albeit barely. Survival for Baboka. But, yeah, the Clockwork has a disgustingly nice matchup versus Shaker, which is not going to be the matchup, actually. They're going to make a rotation after seeing a couple of these heroes on bottom. They want the Shaker to take the brunt of this offensive tri-lane. They need the Spectre to keep farming. And they're going to put the Spectre up against, still, a Clockwork. And this is actually going to make things kind of rough for Q. And the Crystal Maiden wants to jungle. Doesn't really want to be helping a Spectre versus a Clock. And this matchup should be pretty nice for the Clock. If it is going to stay this way, that is. Boka's going to jump in to Cogs. Like, that's why playing Monkey King against Clockwork is kind of tough. Now you can hit him. How many times? Yeah. Look at all that damage. Wow. So much DPS. And Q is going to straight jungle. But Spectre, you chuck a dagger at Old 11. Killing him off is pretty much out of the question. And XSS will have a pretty good time on the safe lane. Much better than he would have on top versus a Clockwork. That's just a nightmare scenario there. An Earthshaker with no mana is a very unhappy Shaker. Close to his tower. Can still be dove. But as long as he's able to get level 3, then he should be able to survive any dives with at least a couple of stuns to stall out. OP, in the meantime, is going to go toe-to-toe with the Lina. Should be a fairly even matchup, although Treant is going to come in. Orb of Venom, but no trees, obviously, so OP is just going to shrug that one off. Tinker should be fine. This is an irrelevant amount of harassment damage from Baboka. Monkey King really needs his passive if this harassment is going to be at all. I predict it is going to be XSS to die first, though. It's kind of just what happens with an Earthshaker. Well, the aura is coming up, so more fissures. Get that enchant totem for an extra stun when you do get blink strike upon by the PA. It may be relevant. Till then, though, yeah, he's hurting. These daggers are very easily spammable by the PA. And XSS is forced to hide. At least in the safe lane, he's able to get a lot of easy experience. LGD will have to work very hard if they want to keep this Shaker out of experience and gold range. Yao, I think he's spotted. Sentry Ward dropped, and, well, I mean, still burning. Getting a lot of CS, a lot more than the Clockwork, despite the matchup. Despite being only with a Monkey King support. Classic dual, offlane, Spectre, Monkey King. Not exactly what I would call standard. But they are keeping the Crystal Maiden on her job. Wow, he just jumped into a cog and it didn't push him back. Now here comes the stack to the passive. Baboka's now got primed and ready to, I guess, force Old 11 back a little bit further. I can't really do anything with it yet, although it does last a hell of a long time. Now we'll have a chance. Old 11 is going to go right back in. Baboka, once again, taking a lot of damage, will turn and just demolish Yao. Still, Old 11's going to jump right in with the battery assault. Level 2, one more right click will kill off Baboka, but he himself in a lot of trouble. Spectre will grab both last hits, getting a double kill, including first blood for burning on the offlane Spectre. How often do I get to say that? Burning on the offlane Spectre gets 2 kills in first blood? I mean, yeah, sure, that's not exactly a good scenario for LGD. Especially now that the phase boots come up. Easy last hitting for the Spectre.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That is just LGD disrespecting this passive. Bonus lifesteal, I mean, it's not really the largest aspect of it at this stage, but getting to a fest that's that extended, you're able to land that many right clicks as Baboka, it really quickly adds up. And the Spectre is now in a pretty dominant spot, especially now joined by the level 4 Crystal Maiden. 2 points in the aura, so Shaker and Tinker getting full benefits off of that. Doing the best they can in their lanes. Shaker with 11 CS is pretty much on par with the Clockwork, although Clock has a couple more denies. Old 11 is going to get jumped here, I feel. The Crystal Maiden tried to go for it. Clear as day, spotted. Over in the mid lane, they're jumping in towards the Tinker. Looking to wrap around on him. They have some Illuminate damage coming in. LSA to land freehand. OP's going to laser Lina beforehand. Has missiles as well, but the right clicks still do enough. From the Keeper of the Light. Here comes Q. Will kill off the tree, though. Very nice kill for the Crystal Maiden to have, but still not a good trade overall for IG. Pushing level 5 now, this CM. Old 11 jumped in on into the cogs. Awkward. Also going to bump back Spectre, just Spectral Dagger walks out of there. And Baboka, spotted by the Clockwork, dropped down, is just going to make a break for it. I don't think Old 11 can catch him. He's slightly faster, Baboka has no boots, but not going to go for it. OP still ends up going down. But at the same time, actually that's... Lina having a much better time than I would expect. 13 CS behind the Tinker is not in an irrecoverable position. Certainly the Lina having a much better time now towards XSS on the bottom lane. Enchant Totem will slow down PA just a touch. Maybe he'll get another stun out, but I don't think it's going to help him survive, especially with the Illuminate coming in. Got him up towards top lane. In the meantime, they will also kill off the Clockwork. Each safe lane, I guess we would call them safe lane offlaners. Offlaners in the safe lane. Gonna go down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Both the Clockwork and the Earthshaker, though, having around times in this game. Like XSS is gonna be dove, and Old 11 gonna do what he can to resist that as well. Burning, kind of low on HP, but he has a lot in the way of backup. Here comes the Phantom Assassin dagger onto the Spectre. Blink Strike in as well. The nice Boundless Strike from Baboka is going to give the Spectre a couple more seconds of running time, and will also kill off Old 11 with the long range of the Monkey King bar, though he will not be a match for the Phantom Assassin Q. Also not a match for a full HP Treant. It will get beaten into oblivion. Double kill for the PA. It's a little bit of less pressure on the Shaker, I suppose, but still. PA comes in huge and grabs a handful of kills for herself, for the team. On top of the net worth chart, even ahead of Burning. 202 on this Spectre. Does have Haunt, though, so gotta watch out. This Shaker and the Crystal Maiden just got a lot deadlier. Simply because landing a Nova Frostbite or landing a Fissure Enchant Totem can very easily lead to a Haunt kill. And they should be looking at Lina for that if can. So far we've seen no participation from Baboka in any of these other side lanes. It's looking now for an angle onto the Clockwork. Poor Clock, man. He just can't catch a break. Here comes the Echo Slam. And Burning's just going to walk right in. Haunt? What Haunt? You don't need Haunt. I don't think they even needed the Monkey King there. He didn't do that much. They're just not leaving this Clockwork alone. Shaker going to start to build up towards those mana boots, towards that Blink Dagger afterwards. Clockwork in the meantime doesn't even have level 6. He is going for the most aggressive kill build you can go for as Clock. The right build to go for in the lane. But with no hook shot, kind of awkward. He will be able to do a lot of damage, especially towards someone like an Earthshaker. Can't do anything to stop Clockwork's ticking of the battery assault. But until that hook shot's up, Monkey King and Earthshaker will both have a pretty free roll. Illuminate. Got him. No! How did that miss? That did not look like it was going to miss at all. Whatever, man. It's a keeper. He has Chakra Magic. He has infinite mana. Infinite mana versus infinite mana. OS Frog. But Spectre, she has a lot of mana. That doesn't really help her a lot. She's going to go straight Midas Burning. Won't be the fastest Midas, having gone for the phase boots first. Still should be up pretty quickly. And they're going to peel away from the bottom lane, actually. See a whole bunch of marching machines, so they know that there's a Tinker about. Yeah, we'll have to walk into this if he wants to land that stun, though. And you kind of have to land that stun. Haunt is there. They're going to go in towards the top lane. In the meantime, Freezing Field onto this PA. They'll get the kill, and at the same time, reveal the two heroes that are in the jungle looking for the Tinker. That was half coincidence there. But still for IG, the end result is they get a kill. They keep the Tinker safe, whether intentionally or not. A big play from IG. And here comes Boca. Will dodge the LSA, but still get stunned. Okay, game. I don't know. We'll dodge the tree fall, rather. That's the relevant part of the LSA. Now the Monkey King, with level 6, can actually look to jump on this Coddle. With Q coming in as well. It's a little bit too far at this point. There is a tree nearby, but Boca, though he does have dust, he's going to be willing to just chuck it out there. Sentry and Yao spotted. No, Boca went down. He's not spotted. And now he's spotted, and now he's dusted. Yao is in a lot of trouble, although he's trying to bait in towards maybe. They do stun him before he can get the command off. Burning's going to TP into this. Doesn't have a haunt, but is able to do quite a bit of damage towards Yao. He's leech seated. Burning still going to close in, looking for the kill, but maybe with that LSA is going to drive him back. Would have had double LSA with that chakra, in fact. Monkey King getting baited a little bit by that treant. Does Tinker have travels yet? No, he's almost there. A lot of moving parts, especially from Baboka and XSS. This mana pool on the Earth Shaker is pretty substantial. At this point, if you're aim and you're looking for a Shaker, you would probably think twice. You know, if you jump in, you're going to get hit with an Echo Slam, at least. Going in towards Q. The possibility Q is going to get daggered. Looking for that crit. Frostbite is there. Baboka's going to jump right in. Freezing Field, plus the Boundless Strike. The Wukong's man does go out, but he's up against two heroes who are very quickly going to deal with him. Two supports down. Both ultimates being used. And that's about the time when you want to have a haunt to come in. At the very least to, kind of mitigate that Clockwork's impact. Throw another body into the fray. Maybe it would have been better if Burning didn't do that, but no option either way. Now OP does have the travels though. Travels no soul ring. A little bit awkward, but once you get the travels, soul ring usually impossible to slow down or even stop or slow down from the enemy side. So OP should be looking at pretty fast set of items. Soul ring, blink dagger, Ags. And LGD's pressure versus the Spectre has been kind of minimal. Hanamitis now up on the hero. 12 minutes in with the phase boots. Considering the laning stage, a pretty nice timing for Burning. It's going to be rolling in the dough. We'll see what build he wants to go for here. Manta style Diffusal Blade, pretty common. Radiant's a little bit less so, but it is really good up against the PA. There's a chance he might go for that. PA in the meantime, looking at Desolator. Killing off Roche with the living armor, with a hero to help her out. Definitely a possibility. Oh, they find maybe Baboka, who actually dodges the LSA, but he's going to hit with the Overgrowth. Laguna Blade is there too, but the Haunt comes in. Baboka's still alive, and the Lina not as much so. It will get fissured, but it will be Burning to take the kill. He'll dust up looking for the tree, not quite able to find him. He's long gone. Burning gets in there for another kill. Only 300 gold behind the Phantom Assassin. The difference here is that a farmed Spectre versus a farmed PA. For farmed PA, she's 9 times out of 10 going to beat the farmed Spectre in a heads-up fight. But the farmed Spectre will kill off everyone else on the PA's team. PA at that point, especially if she's hit with the blind from the Tinker, can't really do all that much. Except for like have BKB and hope that's good enough. The BKB is a necessity for LGD, that's for sure. Up against Shaker, CM, Tinker. Does Burning have an item? Still no item yet. 1,000 gold, 1,300 gold. Yeah, Diffusal or Diffusal Manta or Radiance. Drums also aren't terrible on the Spectre, but you can probably do a little bit better than that. You're not going to beat a Phantom Assassin in a heads-up fight, so perhaps just going for her allies. the preferable way to go. Coddle and Treant, they don't have much to do against Spectre. Oh my god, that crit! Oh, Jesus. Burning is gonna juke into the trees. Yule Scepter onto the Crystal Maiden. Sister on sister violence. Feels bad, man. But it will get Burning out of there. That dagger crit did more than half of his HP. That is kind of disgusting. Shaker in the meantime is almost at his Blink Dagger. Level 10 is very high for a solo lane Shaker. It's a safe lane worth of experience for you. Old 11 Clockwork hook shot. Slightly off. I think first hook, it's missed. Clockwork's been pretty quiet. He hasn't had the best start. Pings out. Observers are dropping. Yao. He's going to take a lot of damage from the March, and he's just going to die to it? Lag. Thank you. Yeah, he's dead. So is the Lina. I don't know what happened, but I think Burning came in. Thank you, lag. I mean, perfect world is one thing. Adding a command on top of that just makes it a frame rate fest. That's going to be Stream Protector with a rather aggressive play, walking into the March like that. But was also in the right place at the right time. That's pretty much how Boca plays it, though. It's like every single time, as any hero, it's like, oh, and there's Baboka in the right place at the right time. You can only attribute it to luck so many times before you realize it's skill, right? I would say it's about 10% luck. Sometimes you just luck into it, but most of the time you know where you have to be. Especially when you're this experienced. Tower will fall up towards top lane. We got Blink Dagger on Shaker. Blink Dagger not on Tinker. What is going on here, OP? He's going to go Force Staff. That's a very interesting adaptation. That's a respect call for the enemy Clockwork. Blink Dagger doesn't do much when you're caught in the cogs, but Force Staff does. You can, I guess, refresh and Force Staff again. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but it's possible. Boca, he does have a TP. Nice Boundless Strike on 2 will keep him safe. I mean, I guess in theory versus Clockwork, this is the item to have, but I'm still pretty sure Dagger for consistent pushing around the map, despite the fact that it doesn't help you against Clock, is still desirable. Maybe not superior, but definitely still worth considering. Blink Force Staff Tinker is a lot of kind of utility mobility items, though. A lot more than he usually gets. So far we've seen LGD make no attempts at really setting up a trap for OP. Eventually it's going to happen. Got Bloodstone coming up on the Lina. Actually wouldn't mind a Shadow Blade on her. I guess they have Yao to kind of perform that Shadow Blade role, but those type of plays of just chill near creep wave, expect the Tinker to come in, and then pop him when he teleports in, especially if he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Pretty easy for LGD to set up. Clockwork can obviously do it without the Shadow Blade. We're at 2 Midases in this game so far. I think 2 Midases is a pretty good amount. We also have Boundless Strike onto the Phantom Assassin. Here comes the Haunt in. Fissure Chain Stun is good. They are going to get Overgrowth, but that will do very little. Yao on the run should be fine, although Force Staff on Q. Missile is going to follow. They have sentries, but I don't think they can really catch up, although there is a Fissure. It is with an Echo Slam to further Chain Stun. Sentry to drop, and they got him. Q got him with the Frostbite. They see the Keeper of the Light as well. Another Boundless Strike. Baboka again on point, though he will get hit with the hook shot, and he's dead. Rip. Still a 2-for-1. Very nice 2-for-1. Killing off the Phantom Assassin at all is always nice. And Burning. Gonna go Hand of Midas into, well, Echo Slam towards top lane. Awkwardly misses, but Fissure will not. Okay, well, maybe it will, because she's dead already. Missile's level 4. Lina thought she was able to get out of there. Almost. Towards bottom lane, though. Burning. Jumped in on. Already used the dagger. Can't quite get up. and into the trees. Aim is going to do the Spectre in very quickly. Hand of Midas available. That feels bad. But the Radiance is going to be coming. And the Phantom Assassin, for right now, has a tangible advantage of that Desolator. Has to try to get as many kills as possible, and there's a pretty easy one. Just got to try to feast with this Desolator as much as you can before the Spectre builds up into any relevant damage items. Doesn't really have long, but she's going to have to find as many opportunities as she can get.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shaker also up top in the meantime. The Blink Dagger making him pretty hard to get a beat on him. Clockwork has to, but again, we haven't seen all that much from Old 11 in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He has level 2 hookshot at this stage. He has gone for, as I said before, like the most aggressive killing build you can go for. Just only a handful of hookshots even being attempted by Old 11. Spectre is looking at a about 23-24 minute Radiance. Unless she gets picked off again. Looks like there may be a fight brewing. Q happily dewarding until she gets hookshot. Here comes the dagger. Boundless Strike is going to slow it down a little bit. Freezing Field will do absolutely nothing. The Sentry and Observer both are actually going to stay. And it's not really going to be incredibly useful because IG know about it, but still it's there. But better the Crystal Maiden get jumped than the Spectre who is farming mid. LGD with the fresh BKB on the Phantom Assassin. Gonna go for even more evasion in that Butterfly and Quick Buy. Putting some pretty good pressure onto IG. It is kind of difficult for them to afford the time to go for Roche without first picking off the Tinker. And if they can find the Tinker, that'll be a godsend for them. But so far, again, not able to find an aggro. Blink Dagger on Lina. Well, they will have a chance at OP. Here comes the Dagger. Here comes the Blink in. BKB goes up. Dodging the Boundless Strike and the Fissure Q is going to hit with a big crit and a bigger Dagger. Okay, well, there goes the Crystal Maiden. But again, better the Crystal Maiden than the Tinker. That is a 10-second BKB charge, though, for just the CM. Very, very expensive from this Phantom Assassin. Burning, caught on top with the hook shot. Force Staff out from OP. Here comes the big hitter in the Tinker. Old 11 is going to get a little bit of juice with his Living Arm, but walks right into an Earth Shaker, who's going to fissure behind him to slow down the Coddle. XSS is going to be jumped on by the PA now. Laguna Blade to seal the deal, and now they're onto the Tinker. They finally got him. There is no mana for the Haunts, like it wouldn't have done anything. The Radiance may be up, but LGD sacrificed the clock to gain 2, including the Tinker, and that greenlights the Roche. Crystal Maiden is wandering in, but fully spotted. Versus Tree and Coddle, she's already dead. Haunt is going to come in. Freezing Field does go down. With the Boundless Strike on that 4, they have a chance here. Here comes the command. With Burning, he has to survive all this. With the Radiance Burn, it will slowly start to add up, especially onto Yao. They'll take him down first. And the Wukong's band is just destroying this Phantom Assassin. Burning gets 2. Burning and Baboka doing it just by themselves. I guess support credit for the CM. There's a hook shot here. Old 11, not going to go for it, though. I think the Dagger still would have let Burn out of there, barely. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Burning's not going to have a heads-up fight win up against the PA. Burning will, however, be able to kill off everyone else, then kill the PA afterwards. Especially if the commands have been, you know, are going to stay of that quality. Where absolutely everyone is stuck in it and unable to get away. Roshan still alive. Half HP can be very quickly dealt with by a PA, but she's dead. At this point, Tinker's back. They have to set up yet another trap for him. Gonna spam missiles. Gonna connect with the fissure. My god, look at that chip damage. Yeah, they just got absolutely wrecked. Dagger's there as well. Monkey King, though, caught in the back by Maybe. Will be brought down. Yeah, I mean, maybe PA can do this by herself, but it's gonna cost her a lot of time, first of all. Very dangerous for her to do so. XSS, he's prepped to jump in with the Echo Slam. There's a BKB here on the Phantom Assassin. Can they force it out beforehand? Fissure onto a couple, but it's not going to save him versus the BKB PA. The Shaker's down with no buyback. Tinker's still around to spam in, but if he gets a little bit too close, suddenly he's dead to the PA as well. I think LGD have this one locked. They do. Double life for the PA. Bottom lane's being shoved in, top lane as well. But LGD with the Desolator PA can just go for mid. And should be able to get a free one with that. Double life on the PA. Burning does have a haunt at this point. Andamite is still ticking away. His farm rate is pretty high, but it seems like LGD are getting like all these random kills here and there, adding up very quickly.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
2,500.
Radiant's top tower is
Spectre probably just going to build up some health. You know, she doesn't really need that much damage to kill off the LGD weaker heroes, such as the Coddle, although at this point he does have... Wow, that jump. He does have the Aghanim Scepter. LSA set up with the Laguna Blade. PA with the very nice kill steal. It's a Blade Mail from the Spectre. They're just going to go purely defensively. I mean, defensive items the Spectre usually translates to offensive power, but still not going to go into that defusal quite yet. Gonna find the CM with the hook shot. Fissure is there, but that won't save Q. A little bit of extra damage towards old 11. LGD are slowly trying to push IG back in their base. But again, it is going up against a Tinker, so you can get all the kills you want. Actually, going up high ground is really, really tough with that Tinker bouncing around to all the side lanes. You need to kill off the Tinker, then the doors are wide open. Until then, it's kind of hard to do. Haunt in. It's going to be Burning to escape. Where did Burning end up going to? Straight into the Overgrowth. Did they know that's the real one? They certainly do. Boundless Strike is great to save Burning a couple more seconds, but Laguna Blade will still get the kill. They'll trade him for the Clockwork. Great trade for LGD. Now looking for a little bit more Baboka. Yule Scepter above the tree or something like that. Now he's just going to right click down. No. Echo Slam is there, but this Lina is so incredibly tanky. Still will be able to bring her down. Q's farming in the meantime with Freezing Field. Standard plays. Yeah, I know he's not really doing that, but yeah, they will still make a 2-for-3 trade. Aim still looking to go in. Has a lot of damage to offer if she can find a target. Not quite able to catch up to the Tinker. And there is Baboka up on the high ground. Is going to bounce up to a tree. Is completely tapped out of mana though. Mana Leak going to shove him down with the Blinding Light, but still bouncing away. No mana needed, lol. Dagger, Blink Strike, you're dead. Between Coddle Vision and the Clockwork Vision, I don't know if Baboka is able to get away with that anymore. The map is slowly starting to shrink on the Tinker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the aim is starting to build up some pretty big items, along with this Lina. Like, she got picked off. Still has 13 Bloodstone charges. Blink Yule's Bloodstone.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Pretty darn stacked, this Lina. It does seem like Burning is one of the few heroes that's still performing well here for IG. Say that Earthshaker is like doing poorly or anything like that, but just compared to what LGD are doing, just wandering around womping heroes, IG just don't have the ability to counteract that because this happens. And CM, Frostbite, lasts quite a long time, but now the BKB aims like serious mode. Gonna find Burning, lifted up, and, well, they will also kill off OP. That's even better than Burning, perhaps. Burning's still not looking too hot. Where's he gonna end up? He's gonna jump towards the Clockwork, off to the south, but aim's still on his tail. Dagger, give him a little bit more vision. They will find the Monkey King and blast him with the Laguna.
Radiant's top tower.
It is not daytime, unfortunately, for LGD, but still, with 3 heroes freely claimed, it's time to apply some pressure. Tier 2 tower. Pretty free for the taking over in mid. No Tinker to defend, no Haunt to worry about.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
LGD just playing the slow grindy game. Phantom Assassin certainly living up to her name. 11, 3, and 9. Still with that double life, although it should be reclaimed shortly. Only one more outer tower. I don't think IG are going to be super willing to defend this. Losing your towers really messes with the Tinker. You want to be able to defend your base as Tinker by pushing out waves, not by defending in your base. And once these towers drop, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. Also, Burn needs to not die here. I think someone's being yanked in. It is maybe they are going to look for the Spectre. And they will find her. Hookshot and duels. Whatever works, man. He doesn't even have a haunt. He's going to get chased down. LSA as well. You're dead. Burning down again for 70 seconds. I mean, the Spectre is a powerful late game hero, but when you're being topped by the enemy Lina by a good 6k, 3k from the enemy PA with a butterfly, so she is absolutely dishing, it's hard to stay competitive. They need an Echo Slam, they need a Wukong's command to actually do some serious damage, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be happening just yet. LGD are still, though, pushing, not seriously pushing into the enemy base. They're not looking for high ground, they're just looking to restrict IG's map presence. Like, they know that whoever shows up in lane, most likely it's going to be a Spectre, just pop immediately and keep him from farming. Keep the Earthshaker from farming. Keep anyone from farming. Eventually, they will set up and kill off the Tinker. Like, that's eventually going to happen. If the gameplay stays like this, unless IG make a really big play and bust out of their base, the Tinker is going to be forced to farm very slowly. And that means, of course, his Dagon is going to remain low-leveled. This is the big play that IG need to get out of their base, a smoke gank onto a Lina, but Lina gets out of there. Old 11 thinking about hookshotting something. And they do see XSS jump in, Echo Slam, they eviscerate the Coddle, but at the end of the day, it's just a Coddle. Lina's going to BKB and run off to the north, burning, chasing after a couple of extra heroes. Old 11 and Yao both able to separate from each other. And for LGD, they absorb the smoke gank with the Coddle and end up only losing one hero. And I suppose a BKB charge as well. Very, very small price to pay, though. They could probably just get right back on the horse, just keep locking down that map. They're just waiting for an Aegis and or a pipe before they go high ground. Looks like Clockwork already has his. You can go for multiples, and hey, they found someone just farming. Oh, and they're going to go for Q instead. Aim is just going in by himself. Tinker's going to land the TP home, or into the fight, but Aim, where is his backup? Where did they all go? Hookshot was used, but it didn't land. Baboka now landing a Bound Strike onto 2. OP can throw in some missiles and a laser, but the Overgrowth's going to land onto 4 heroes. Where's the damage? Maybe. Where is he? Where's Aim? Where is everybody? They will still pick off the Monkey King is burning. Oh, there it is. Aim, maybe he's coming in from the back. Laguna Blade onto burning. Right clicks to follow. Double kill for the Lina. And GG is called. IG don't want to waste their time with this one. LGD just have them locked up. They know that they're not getting enough farm. That smoke play was one of desperation. And killing off a Coddle out of desperation, not quite good enough. Guys, this is going to be the end of this third series of the day. We have one more afterwards. I don't think any of these games got canceled for lack of results reasons. Like, there were potentially some situations where some results would be leading to some canceled games. Very quickly gonna figure out what this last game is. Of course, nothing's loading again. Feels bad, man. Let's see, we just had IG versus LGD. That leaves Newbie versus IGV. Coming up in, what time? I don't know, because we were so delayed. So it's going to be coming up soon. I'm Mike Lower, it's been a pleasure casting this game for you guys. IG gonna take another tie. That's like 8 wins and 3 ties. So pretty impressive display here from IG, but LGD going to claim a much-needed draw. I don't know if that's going to affect their standings. I didn't do the math, but yeah. I'll be right back, guys, for the last series of the day. Don't go anywhere.